February at the movies. It's your host. It's the unpaid movie critic. It's Mr. Kent Brindley. I had all kinds of movies that I saw this month. I saw a comedy. I saw a very special documentary. I saw Marvel. I saw a musical biopic. And I saw a drama. Here we go. The order in which I saw the movies of February. First things first. Argylle. Very clever comedy spoof on the spy genre. Very clever. The Bearded Boys of Baseball. A very special documentary about a religious settlement camp who started a baseball league to play, and this comes out of Benton Harbor. So it's as local as going to get to South Haven. Madam Web. A woman with spider senses helps 3 teenage delinquents, one of whom is remotely likable, to fight a Spider-Man before Peter Parker is even born. Yeah. One Love, the Bob Marley story. It's a musical biopic about Bob Marley. In the same vein as the Elton John biopic or the Queen biopic. And Ordinary Angels. Hilary Swank tries to turn her life around by helping out Alan Rickman's daughter. Okay. That's the order in which I saw the movies of February. The order in which I was anticipating these movies. The Bearded Boys of Baseball. I had never even heard of. Obviously, it's a local documentary. So it was not heavily advertised. A buddy of mine recommended it to me. Thank you, Dano. Order in which I was really looking forward to these. One Love. Not a huge Bob Marley fan. He had a couple of good songs. I mean, obviously, he's Bob Marley. His impact on music was impeccable. I just wasn't quite sure I wanted to see a movie about him. Madam Web. Marvel Cinematic Universe is over and done now. Now they're picking from the bottom of the barrel all over again and making a movie about Madam Web. Number 2. Ordinary Angels, I wanted to give a chance. The trailers made it look great. Well, the trailers sold it very well for the movie that it was, so bravo trailers. Number 1, order of anticipation, Argylle. Again, the trailers did their job. They made this movie look absolutely great. The order in which I enjoyed the movies of February. The order in which I actually enjoyed them from 5 to 1. Bearded Boys of Baseball had the historic, had the sense of history behind it. Had the sense of history going for it, and it had the local flavor going for it. I'm just not a documentary person, and there was a lot of stuff in there that really could have been cut out. Anyway, number 4, order of enjoyment. What are we? I'm deciding here on the spot. Madam Web. Madam Web wasn't nearly as bad as Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb made it sound. However, again, the MCU is played out, and of all of the protagonists, the main protagonist was likable, and only one of the teenagers was remotely likable because the other two were just belligerent delinquents the entire time. And don't get me started on a dark figure with Spider-Man powers while Richard and Mary Parker are still in the movie, because Mary is carrying Peter still. As is a young Ben Parker. But anyway, Madam Web clocks in at number 4 out of 5. And number 4 out of 5 in order of enjoyment. Number 3. Ordinary Angels was a fine movie. It's, however loosely, based on a true story. Like any and all movies, however loosely based on a true story, it runs the gamut of the facts afterwards about the real families. Being a drama and a family drama, it dragged. If I go to the movies alone, I'm notorious for taking cat naps in that theater. If I go to the movies with a buddy, I'm notorious for taking cat naps in the theater. I lost a good 15-20 minutes of that movie, probably. Number 2. I guess I'm picking Argyle. Number 2, Argyle. Again, it's a spoof movie. It was funny. It just ran for an hour and 2 hours and 18 minutes. 138-minute runtime. And usually this would be the time where I would tell you what they could have cut out, but I can't put my finger on what was unnecessary. It just ran for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Was a nice twist with the fiction author being an actual spy and living out her own adventures. Number 1. One Love. Again, Bob Marley has great music. I just not his number 1 fan. It was obviously the soundtrack was very good. It was Bob Marley's music, and it explored his coming to the States to get out of Jamaica and away from the crime, away from the gang wars, away from the crime, and away from the corruption down there, to arrive in the U.S. and find corrupt law enforcement here. Anyway, so there's a lot to unpack in the Bob Marley movie. Anyway, those were the movies of February. You know, I rate movies so you can make up your own mind what to enjoy or not. I'm Kent Brindley, unpaid movie critic, and I will see you soon.